Hi Virgo, this is going to be your art channeled message. I channel messages through art creativity. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, within your journey, and within everything around you, because we all start from zero, which is just a blank canvas. It's just the fool's journey. If you like a personal reading or like a channeled painting, channeled art, channeled message, all that is down below, as well as like regular tarot readings on all that jazz. Lastly, there's no rules here, so if this finds you, it's definitely meant for you. You can binge watch them, you can watch them, even if it's not your sign. So they're all timeless, because there's the overall art, and then there's the underlying stuff. It's like so many things connect, so many things I paint and draw as I go, and the same applies to my channeled messages. Sometimes the cards will reveal what I said, or it's like I'll speak in metaphors or speak in like an art form, but it still comes together the same way. So, what I started drawing for you was a soft U shape. And what I mean by soft is it has smooth curves and edges. I literally heard as well curves as in physical curves. Then that John Legend song came to mind where he goes, "Love your curves and all your edges." It's like tracing out a letter like U, or tracing out one's body. Oh my god, I literally got tracing a letter like you as in you yourself. It's like they're tracing you. For some reason, the U is important here. Ooh, I'm even seeing perhaps this could lead to emotion of like going back and forth like a seesaw. Kind of like rubbing one's skin or going like this. I'm even getting the scenario of those preschool projects where one person literally lays on a piece of paper and then the other traces them. Kind of like this. It's like you as well as the letter U seem to spark fascination, just like the body is like an art. Like the body is fascinating to us. A lot of people, first thing they think of with the body is like sexualization or fetishizing it. That's not the entire part or meaning of the body. So some people view the body as like a project. Like, do you feel it out emotionally before you actually feel it physically? Like fondling. Fondling means, that's how I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles. Fondling means to stroke or caress lovingly or erotically. So it's like I see that being important here with a specific person. It's like something, sex should be something you do because you're in love, not because you want to find out if you're in love. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people do that trick where it's like, let's just feel it out. It's like a maybe we're doing this, maybe we're not, but let's just do this first without you getting the benefits of what you deserve. That's a completely different ballpark. And once again, like that, it was that tracing it out. It's like I laid out the cards beforehand because I had to start over because I wanted to get the Two of Pentacles out, because it's not necessarily something I shuffled with these, but I wanted to make sure it was there because I saw it and it's very important. It's like the main focus of the reading. So I'm saying the Ten of Wands is like materials. We're working on a project. It's like people that have the right intentions will look at the human flesh or human body as something very sacred, something very special. Like even in the 1800s, there is a lot of anatomy paintings or something circling around that because it was very sacred to them. Even bodies that weren't necessarily perfect. Looks like she's trying to cloak her body. It's like they didn't care about like stomachs hanging out or the boobs. I'm kind of saying this too as the chest, Two of Pentacles, fondling. It's the first thing we think of, but what else does that mean? We've been seeing the High Priestess here alludes to like the imagination. It's like I wonder what they look like without under the clothes or without clothes on. And then to me, the Ten of Swords here looks like it's like kind of like the equivalent of rough sex. Like you know what someone's intentions are by how they're treating or moving or touching your body. It's kind of like how you feel it out before someone actually feels it out. There's something important about this. And I decided to channel a few words with the letter U because I felt like that was important somehow. And I got umbrella, like under my umbrella, support, a shield, a shoulder to lean on, someone you can count on. I even see that as like someone that wants to provide and protect. Then I got ulterior, as in ulterior motives, but I'm not seeing it as bad. I did compare it to a project. It's like your body will be used for something or made useful. Then I kept getting uno, as in only one, and that's also what? The Spanish language, aka you. You is singular or separate, only one. I'm seeing the Judgment here as something that's like born again, or like a born again experience. I'm not saying it's like you'll actually be like a born again virgin, because it's not really, we're going down that route. But I'm saying you will have a transformative, intimate, or sexual experience that was either not like the rest, or that makes you want to sort of unveil. Like that literally, it sounds so basic, like it makes you want to take your clothes off. I'm seeing more like, to you view it at such an intimate level. You take it very seriously. It's like, this is your temple, this is you. It's like you don't just like take it off for anybody, especially because you maybe have your own insecurities. It's like she's very reserved, very to one's self or to herself. And it's like you don't want to just do that with anybody, because like it's uncomfortable. Or I'm even getting like something about like not knowing what one's doing during sex or intimacy. Like something that just doesn't feel right, that hurts, that's weird, stop doing it. But that's not going to be the case with this. I'm seeing this as the same thing, but this is like total like submission or total comfortability, where it's like two bodies, two minds, two souls are like unveiling themselves to each other. And that should be a joyful, happy, transformative experience. And I feel like somehow it's going to make you more confident. It's going to do something to you. It's like when you're in the presence of a real woman or a real man. It's not going to be rough. It's like, how do they touch you? How do they make you feel? And this isn't even the entire part of it. It's like you feel it out first. You see if you love them before you do that. You see a difference there. I'm kind of seeing the King of Swords here is like studying, getting to know, tracing. Love your curves and all your edges. Getting to know that. Not many people look into those finer details. They just view it as a quick pleasure. A lot of people view fondling, that's the first thing they think of when they hear that, is something that's raunchy, something that's like, oh, sexual, physical. But what about the sacredness of the body? What about how art is, or the body is depicted in art? Not everyone views it that way. You don't view it that way, and I feel like someone else doesn't view it that way. Fondling means to stroke or caress lovingly or erotically, but what if you could have both? It should never just be erotic or quick, or it's just a sensation, it's just the feeling of it, and that's it. Once again, this screams uncomfortable, like, don't touch me, you're not doing that right. And then this screams like, you know what you're doing. You took the time to get to know me. You took the time to understand how my body works. You know what I like there, you know what I don't like there. You know my insecurities, and then we're bearing it to each other. This is insane. And we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is considered a movement. I feel like something is going to be like revealed or be transformed through touch. But it's not just about touch. This is like a total mindfuck reading, but I know you guys get where I'm going with this. There's no maybes, there's no this. It's completely different than you've ever had or experienced or ever dealt with. Because I'm kind of seeing this too as, she even looks like the Virgin Mary. There's a cross here, so I'm seeing like from a religious standpoint. Some of you could actually still be celibate or virgins, but it doesn't really matter. And you're finally bearing yourself to someone because you feel comfortable, you feel ready. And I really like this. When you're with the right one, you forget you even have insecurities. You forget you even, like, you're not thinking of anything else on the side. It's just like all in that moment. That's the way it should be. I'm getting someone's gonna make you feel beautiful. Because, like, looking at the human body, because I know, like, with things like porn and all that out there, it's like so, So easy to see. But people often forget how deep it's supposed to be. It's not just a body. You're not just a body. You're not just nothing special. There's a lot to like about you, outside even the physical. Kind of seeing this as to, like, once again, the chest, the lumps, the curves of one's body. I feel called to leave it there, Virgo. That's the end of this art channel message, or this art theme. Please like, subscribe, support the channel in any way you can. I would really, really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I feel like soon, or maybe even now, it's like mind, body, soul. You're bearing that to each other, or bearing that to another. And it's going to be different than it was before, or different than you've ever even actually experienced. Because I'm kind of seeing this as like the Virgin Mary, or someone who doesn't just go around doing that. And pay attention to body language, how people even touch your body. How does that feel? Where is this going? What does that scream with like their intention? Taking the time to get to know you versus just random hookups, casual, in a second, in a split second, done. That's not how it goes. And no maybes either. Like, hey, let's feel this out. Let's have sex to see if we do like each other. No, more like it's, let's do this because we do already have that set in stone. Okay, this is like the conclusion or end of reading. This is where I get like extra downloads or things unexpectedly out of nowhere. So like brief rundown. I was seeing this as like something that's difficult to find. The High Priestess, I was kind of seeing that as like Virgin Mary, something being done for religious reasons, maybe celibacy, maybe insecurities. It's just like wanting to cloak. And I was also seeing this as like kind of like a cloak of mystery. It's like usually like you're imagining how someone looks under their clothes, to kind of see how someone's doing with you. It's like that increases attraction, or it makes someone want to work to get underneath, or to see things from a different perspective. It's like all of this is leading up to one big awakening. It's like as soon as you feel a touch, it's like you're waking up from a deep sleep, or it just triggers this deep relaxation, like everything's okay. I'm not thinking of how it's gonna end afterwards. I'm not really, there's no nerves, no nothing. It feels right because the body language is there. You felt it out first. Don't know where I put the Two of Pentacles, but that's beyond the point. It's like tracing it out. Studying, serious. It's like that's all everyone deserves. You look, even butterflies we have here. It's just like getting butterflies. That could be debated too, because butterflies are actually a negative thing. It's like if you feel butterflies or you feel nervous before a sexual encounter, that's a sign. Maybe not to do it or to think twice. Okay, Virgo, that's your conclusion. That's the end of this art theme or art channeled message. Please like, subscribe, support the channel in any way you can. I would really, really, really appreciate it. And yeah, it's probably like my favorite card throughout the reading, especially when in regards to that mystery factor. It's so true. Just like wondering what's underneath and how it increases in attraction. I feel like that's exactly what's going on. And it doesn't matter how you look either. It's like sexual energy or maybe even sex appeal has nothing to do with what you have on display. It's like, what do you exude? Okay, guys. Bye.